Blackbird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC with gunmetal crystal edge technology screens. Also, too, we have that new church, dedicated Christian church paint for upgrading churches. Make the screens look absolutely amazing. So, I have brought this topic up multiple times. One of the things that I see a lot of is basically gray screen paints claiming to pull a 100% black level, which is, again, I don't know how anyone is duped into believing this, because again, it's just basic common sense that a gray screen does not have the ability. It is not accepted as black. It will never be black. It is what it is. Even at dark gray, even at gunmetal, they can't receive 100% black levels. That's virtually impossible. So there's no way in the world you would ever be to receive a contrast level. So the main goal, if you want to get everything from your projector, you want to produce 100% contrast, you want to produce beautiful colors and all that other good stuff, you have to have contrast. It's extremely important. This is the reason why projectors come with a 2 million to 1 contrast and 20,000 to 1 contrast and 10,000 to 1 contrast, because the more they advance the contrast level on the projector, the better the contrast level it's going to be able to pull on a gray or white screen. The problem you're going to have here is that you still will not be able to achieve a 100% contrast due to the fact that the screen can't see it. I don't care what the projector is capable of doing, the screen can't pick it up and the screen will not read black. It's not going to happen. Let's see what happens. This happens all the time. I get this from people and they say, well, lights are going to be out in the environment. I'm really not going to know the difference. I'll be to see black. No, you still can't see it. Next to a 100% black screen that can read a black level, your screen actually is going to come up with a little bit better tint than the white screen, but all in all, it's still seeing gray. You're not seeing white. Now, what companies will try to do is fool you into believing that you're seeing a black level by using a projector with an extremely high contrast capability to fool you that you're seeing black. But all in all, in the real world and real reality, you're not seeing black. You're actually picking up gray. That's what you're seeing. Because the screen, again, can't receive it. That's what it comes down to. So without coming on camera and telling you a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo, as we see most people do, and using a high-end projector with an insane amount of contrast to fool you into believing that you're seeing a contrast level, you're not. And how do you test this out for yourself? Well, put on a star field, get your lights, see what color your screen turns into. If that screen looks like this, then that means you have 100% black. If it looks like that, you have a gray screen. And yes, this means if you have gunmetal technology, if you have a very dark gray screen, guess what you're picking up? You're still picking up gray. Hey, Mr. Taco. Hey, can you get it together or come out of the window? This is his early morning arguments. He has a bird and a squirrel he fights with every morning. Do you need your executive tie on? All right, I'll get your tie. I'll be back. You can get it. Have his tie on when he's having his arguments. He wants to look important. Come here. No, you're not in trouble. Come here. You want your tie on, right? You want to feel important when you're arguing with people out the window. Whatever it is you're arguing with. I don't even know. Look at you. Just tie on. Now you're looking sharp. Now you argue. You got authority now. Go ahead. Have your discussion. Interesting theory. When he wears a tie, he's much quiet. I don't know why. He's going to draw attention to himself. Anyway, had to take care of fur baby. All right. So as you can see, like I said, you're not going to be able to see 100% contrast. If you lied to, yes, you will get lied to. Like I said, I sat over in Best Buy. I watched a fellow sell a woman a very nice 4K BenQ projector. She was talking about screens and paints and stuff like that. And of course, she'd done her research online. And he advised her to buy a white screen, of course, something that they had on display in their shop, in the store, and told her that all the bells and whistles that she has on her projector is going to transfer to her screen. She'll be calling us shortly because, again, that's not going to work. And will a gray screen fix the problem? No, you have just spent all that money and time to invest in a good projector to downgrade your projector. That's literally what you just did. Those of you who spent $3,000 to $5,000, well, they do get a much better image than the gray screen because it being a darker screen, they can pick up a darker shade of gray, but still, all in all, they're picking up gray, not 100% black. This right here is silver. Right there, you can see that's silver. And I'm trying to locate a certified. I remember where I put it at, and I'll put it in a box somewhere. Right here is silver. It's not gray. This is silver. Let's move this to the side real quick. You get a chance to look at Executive Taco over there with his tie on. This way we can get you up close and see the difference between the two. That's silver. This is gray. See the difference between the two? That's silver and gray. Neither one of them can pick up. Silver is the worst screen now because projectors are using such high amounts of lumens. Silver is the worst screen you can have right now because silver would definitely hotspot like crazy. Projectors back then, they weren't really, the lumen counts weren't really that high, so silver, on the other hand, had a better chance at that particular time. Now you got projectors that are easy 3,000 lumens. At 1.3 thousand lumens is considered to be extremely high. Now 3,000 lumens is considered to be the normal. Where silver screens definitely have a problem with that. They do produce higher white levels than a gray screen, but they wash out 10 times faster. We did those demonstrations with silver. Okay, let's take our lights out. I got my kitchen lights on right now. So you can see kitchen lights actually affect the environment also too. another segment on this probably tomorrow. I wanted to put a sheet of certify up there, but I can't figure out exactly where it's at. It's in a box somewhere, but I don't know where it's at. So we'll be doing this probably again. Let's see, it's Friday. Most likely Saturday. I'm not doing any videos on Sunday. But at least we have silver and we have gray. Let's turn to the side here. In fact, let's do a little angle gain since we got some time in here. So we'll swing to the side. You see, star is pulling up with no problem. See stars here, but there's no background. Black is completely gone. We have white surface, gray paint, and silver. Now I know people will come on, they'll stick you in a dark environment. They use a high caliber projector with plenty of contrast, and they will lie to you. And I don't know why you can't see through that lie. Anyone who comes up and tells you that a gray, silver, or white screen can see 100% contrast has just right there out lied to you. That is virtually impossible. I used to develop gray screen paints. We had the ability of having a gray paint that could basically produce 100% contrast. There'd be no reason for us to develop that technology sitting right next to these screens right here. What would be the purpose? And if that was the case, if you basically, for those of you that we have some people that are a little hard-headed, it's hard for them to process information, but I'll explain to you, not to be rude. These are individuals that will argue that the sky is purple when we all know it's blue. If you look at the projection screen setups with Elite Screens or any other company, which screen is the most expensive in their category? If you walk into their showroom and say, hey, I want your best screen, it's not going to be white. It's not going to be gray. It's going to be gunmetal. It's going to be dark gunmetal. And then they have levels of gunmetal, how dark that gunmetal becomes. The darker the gunmetal, the closer to the edge of black that it becomes, the more expensive it becomes. They're not going to point you to a gray screen and say, oh, that's never going to happen. It's all about contrast. Whatever screen pulls the highest and best contrast becomes the most expensive. But you also have to show off white levels and color and all that. Okay, well, short and sweet. Got this demonstration completed. Just want to do something short, no long lectures, none of that, just simple and plain. If you got a gray screen, if you paint your projection screen or using a gray screen paint in your business, even silver or white, you have just downgraded your setup. That's what you did. So there's no point in buying that projector because you'll never see what you're supposed to see off it. All right, people, I got to go. Thank you for your time and God bless.